Dating back to prehistoric times and cave drawings, man has always used art to communicate.
Fast forward like a million years and we're still using art to tell stories.
And some of those very interesting stories are right here at Chico.
It's all about arte y cultura today on
Su Vida.
Everybody, welcome to Su Vida. I'm J.R. Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez. We're in the heart of downtown Phoenix in the Arts and Culture District inside Chico, and this place is beautiful.
Chico was created in 1975 to give opportunity for artists to share all their artwork.
And the best part is the community gains free public access to local artists. This is Hispanic Heritage Month. We're honoring some impressive individuals in our Las Vegas community, like Linda Perez, a leader with a family history of helping others.
We are overjoyed that Linda Perez is being recognized and honored for Hispanic Heritage Month. She is someone that I look to as a like-minded individual who has lived in experience and truly is vested. It is her calling and purpose for the role that she has, and I think we share that in common. So we collaborate deeply, and I'm fortunate to call her a friend.
When I get to share my story or make sure that our programs and services are effectively making a difference in our clients' lives, that's the rewarding piece about it. Not every story is success right now, but we have hope that every client that comes to us knows that we're here for them, and if they might not be ready this time, we're here when they are.
It's important that we have someone like Linda who speaks to the Latino community, so she can personally speak to and has a lived-in experience with domestic violence. She understands the stigma and shame that often follows women and families. And it's being that compassionate leader, but also being that leader that we can all strive to be and show that women, all people have the potential to reach the highest and to help one another.
I've always known that my family, myself, we've always been givers. We've always helped others that were less fortunate. And when I think about the work that I do now, I provide food, shelter, and services that make lives better. But I'm just doing the work that my grandmother started and what I've learned throughout my journey.
She inspires me to be a better leader, frankly. She is a great sounding board for me. Her deep commitment, her ability to work with multiple stakeholders and partners, community partners, funders, she brings us all together, and we need that. We need that in our sector.
As Hispanics, we're very proud, we're strong, we're hard workers. But when you have a female Hispanic, we're very fiery and spicy and fun and challenging, and I'm just so happy where I'm at in my life. I get to enjoy not only being a 52-year-old woman, successful woman, but a 52-year-old minority Hispanic woman doing amazing things in the community, impacting the lives of my staff and their families as well. I say all of that to say I'm very grateful for my upbringing. I'm very grateful for the values that were instilled in me growing up in a Hispanic family. I'm just proud of my heritage.
Don't pass up the opportunity to stop here at the Mercado because they have so many cute things. Look, this is from our friend Crafty Chica. I think I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, that's great.
JR, you're not even paying attention to me.
Hey, shopping is your thing, not mine. I did, however, see they've got a bar, so why don't you come get me when you're done? And you guys too, because we'll be back with more Su Vida right after this.
What led me to CPLC is I wanted to provide services to my community. I was fortunate enough to attend a Head Start as a child. My mom says I gave the staff a hard time. It just brought me memories when she mentioned that, and so it was Jenny and part of my life. A big influence in that was my grandmother. Part of her life, she was a single parent, started her own business, with limited education, but it was that fortaleza of moving forward with her children on her own. When I went back to Somerton, that's the facility that I assisted as a child. We serve over 1,000 children per year, but then we also focus in the family. A big part of that is paying it forward to my family, but paying it forward to my community.
Su Vida is brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa. Join the cause for change. Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. We're still hanging out at Chico, and you know, I expected to see some amazing art here.
Which we did.
But I didn't expect to see this.
Ooh, Barcoa agaveria, an authentic Mexican cantina, baby.
Yes, where I'm having a Mezcal Margarita. What do you have?
A carajillo.
What is that?
Coffee with some alcohol, or the other way around.
Okay.
You know, here they have a great selection of bottles of tequila that you can actually purchase and go home and make yourself a drink like this.
You know, Jared, I love this next story. It's about a married couple who immigrated from Mexico, and after years of working in restaurants, they finally opened their own establishment.
A little bit of Mexico came to Las Vegas in the form of Misterio Mezcal.
What people can expect when they come into Misterio Mezcal for the first time is actually enjoy and know all the background that there is to know about mezcal.
When we first started thinking about opening this place, you can see the mezcal was trending very well. So I was looking for the transition for the people that like tequila, trying to make it like mezcal.
Mezcal and tequila, people think they're the same thing, but mezcal is so much more and there's so much behind it. And we have a great selection of so many different types of mezcals.
This is the old fashioned. We're gonna start with 1.5 ounce of mezcal. Then we're gonna add 3/4 ounce of Ancho Reyes. One of the most popular drinks that we have is the old fashioned. It's a classic one, but with our own twist. We try to make it more personal, more unique. And there you go, this is our old fashioned. For me, the difference between mezcal and tequila is that mezcal has a lot of different tones when you try it. So every single mezcal there is different.
The area that Misterio Mezcal is located at is at the Arts District. The way that we have benefited from being part of the Arts District is just the community in itself. Everybody around here is really warm. Everybody wants the best for every other business owner. And of course, First Fridays is a big thing for us. It's basically a day where everybody can come out and enjoy what the Arts District is all about. My culture definitely inspired the theme of Misterio Mezcal. And you can see the detail once you walk in and see those decorations. And then, of course, we wanted the art murals to kind of represent a little bit of that same culture. I'm doing this business with my husband is because I want a better future for my kids, because that's what my parents had in mind when they came to this country in the first place, because they wanted a better future for us. And one of the reasons why this is a Mexican bar is because I am from Mexico. Just seeing the reaction from our customers and then telling us, oh my God, your bar looks amazing, or you have such a unique theme, and we love mezcal, and we love your food, or we love this, we love that. It just makes everything worth it.
Not just one bar here at Chico, but two.
We are downstairs and we're still inside.
Barcoa agaveria.
Yes, it's like a speakeasy and a great first date spot.
Ooh, good music, great drinks, amazing art. I have to agree with you, that would be a great first date.
It is time to introduce you to our next Hispanic Heritage honoree, Councilwoman Olivia Diaz.
Olivia deserves to be recognized during Hispanic Heritage Month because she truly embodies part of our community in the Hispanic community that really cares, and she's grown up here, she's raised her family here, so she's really a great example, and to many people, especially kids that she's taught and others that she's helped.
I've had a really amazing childhood here. I went to Sunrise Acres Elementary, Roy Martin Middle School, and I'm a proud salutatorian of Rancho High School, and the very first one of my family to go to college here at UNLV. So I just feel like I grew up in a community at that time that was still very connected and just helpful to the youth that was running around and trying to figure out who we were and who we wanted to become.
Olivia has made an impact in the community by really having a vision for where we need to go and working towards that. You know, her passion for service just always shines through, and she really tries very hard to do what's right for the people, and I think that's where she's made her biggest impact.
It's a huge responsibility. I do take it very seriously because I want to be one of many Latina leaders. You know, we have Senator Cortez Masto, who's the first Latina in the entire country to hold that seat. And here at the local level, I'm the first Latina to represent on the city council. And I think it's important that our kids do see themselves in all spaces and all places, and that if we put in the hours of work, and it can happen if you are dedicated and you persevere and you just immerse yourself around good mentors, that will help you get there.
I think people in our community really see her as a great example of what can happen when we provide opportunities for our kids. You know, she's grown up in the neighborhood and now she's giving service. I think people are very proud of all the work that she's doing.
You know, getting to be the voice of your community in the place that you grew up is just extra meaningful and special, and it's almost personal for me. You know, our community is so diverse here in Southern Nevada, and we've had pioneers, and you know, we know that even the explorers that came through here before there was anything were of Spanish descent. So I just feel very grateful for the opportunity to be highlighted amongst other giants in the Latino community. Latinos have added so much to the fabric of our community in terms of sweat and hard work. I mean, they really are the backbone sometimes of our economy, and I think we can't forget that.
With 2 bars here at Chico, it makes it easy to forget why we came, and that is to see some great art.
Yes, that's right. It's beautiful, it's inspiring, and it makes you think, just like this exhibit, Memorias by Martín Moreno.
And they have exhibits every 3 months, so hopefully that makes you want to come back.
Nice.
And you should come back to more Su Vida right after this.
Right out of high school, you know, I joined the Marine Corps. You know, the Marine Corps, you know, they talk about our motto is Semper Fidelis, right? Always loyal. And a lot of that I take away, you know, from my mom, you know, growing up and her teaching us all about serving others. I'm a senior business development officer. A lot of what I do is going out into the small business community and helping to identify those businesses that we can help with access to capital. What's really cool about what we do here at Préstamos and just CPLC as an organization as a whole, we have that family environment here. And family is huge, huge to us. This feeling of loyalty and this feeling that we can always utilize and rely on each other for support. So that's a really, really neat thing, and I'm grateful for that.
Su Vida is brought to you in part by 1AZ Credit Union. Let's bank together.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Su Vida. I'm JR Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez, and we are hanging out in this wonderful gallery inside Chico, and everything is amazing. You know, JR, I wonder what it's like to be an artist. I mean, it seems sort of glamorous, but I'm sure it's a lot of hard work.
Hey, did you know Vincent van Gogh only sold 1 piece even though he created over 2,000 works?
Wow, now I get the whole ear thing.
Well, unlike Vincent van Gogh, our next Hispanic heritage honoree has had more success than him. Meet Tony Sanchez.
I met Tony Sanchez when I was Dean of the Honors College here at UNLV, and then I worked very closely with him when I was interim president of the university.
I've been on the UNLV Foundation the better part of the last decade. K through 12 and higher education are very important to me personally because of what it's done for me in my life. Got my undergraduate in political science at UNLV, graduated there in 1988, and then went immediately to Arizona State Law School. We didn't have a law school in Nevada at the time, and that one was relatively close and affordable, and I got a terrific legal education there. And I know I am who I am today, and the opportunities that I've had is because of the education that I got and the studying that I was able to do at UNLV.
The personal impact that Tony has had on me is an interesting one. I have a set of mentors who don't know they're my mentors because they're my mentors simply by being who they are and me watching them. And watching Tony exercise his servant leadership has always been an inspiration to me, and I've learned a lot watching him.
Past dozen or so years, I've been on the executive committee and continue today of the Public Education Foundation, focused obviously on K through 12. We're big supporters of communities and schools, where they literally put staff in the schools so the teachers can teach and communities and school staff can help the kids. So we're big supporters of that. We're just very active, but in my personal role and passion, it's always been education-based, but at the same time have a real fondness for Nevada's environment. So I've been involved in many environmental organizations around the state as well. Not to mention the Latin Chamber of Commerce. I was the past president and served on that board for well over a decade. So it's fortunate at NV Energy they allow us to participate in causes that we have a passion for.
Tony is a type of leader that I think is the best kind of leader. He's a servant leader, which means that he prioritizes the common good above all. So he's mission focused instead of ego focused, and that, in my estimation, is true leadership.
If you're happy in doing your job and you're out there in the community, that's the reward that you get, right? I actually get paid to oversee community relations and work with our foundation. I mean, that's the best of both worlds. You don't do these things because you want accolades or recognition, but it's certainly nice that folks recognize that. But it's my job here at NV Energy to make sure our employees are also recognized for what they're doing and to provide them with the tools that they need to be happy here and as well giving back to their communities. So it's a double win for me.
Oh wow, Vanessa, I'm so impressed with the artwork.
Yeah, so much of it really reflects the lives of LatinX and the indigenous artists who created it.
A visit here is a great way to learn about other cultures, which makes a visit to Chico a great place to go during Hispanic Heritage Month.
We'll be back with more Vida right after this. Let's go take a look.
That's called stealing my line. That was my line.
Having this scholarship, it was just amazing. It wouldn't have been possible for me to attend ASU without the Chicanos por la Causa Dream Fund Scholarship. So I was extremely thankful because thanks to it, at the time I was undocumented. It was really tough times. It was during the time that my dad unfortunately passed away. My brother was the one that took care of us. He was 17 years old at the time. So thankfully Chicanos por la Causa helped me through that process and I was able to get my Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. Knowing that I have an important role to make a change in someone's life for the better is what I wake up for and be ready every day. I'd like to thank Chicanos por la Causa for helping me grow since high school, going through college, helping my family out because without it, I just wouldn't be able to be here. So I'm just really happy to be part of Chicanos por la Causa.
You know your credit score, but do you know how that number is calculated? Payment history and the amount owed or credit utilization make up over 60% of your credit score. Additional emphasis is put on the length of your credit history, your credit mix, and any new debt you've recently taken on. With credit history playing a larger role, it's important to pay all your bills on time. One missed payment can ding your score for years, so make sure you stay on top of that. For more financial tips from 1AZ Credit Union, just visit their exclusive link. Hey, welcome back to Vida. You know, one of the cool things about Chico is that they have a working studio with weekly printmaking workshops.
And that's where this beauty comes in.
Ooh.
You know, these printers allow artists to create print while learning from the print master makers themselves.
And you know what? Their classes are for all different skill levels, even beginners, JR.
Check this out. Our friends over at Chicanos por la Causa are helping young people get jobs and college funds.
I was a junior going into my senior year when my high school at that time was offering a workshop through CPLC to see if we could have any opportunity of what we wanted to do. I wanted to be a pilot. I wasn't sure on myself, even though I had the plans and preparations to go ahead and be a pilot. I wasn't sure because a lot of people say it's really hard. However, you know, in this world, you can either do it or you don't do it. It's one of those two, and I knew I had to do it.
When the youth walk into the Workforce Solution doors, what they are welcome to is empowering their lives. That is our #1 mission, empowering each and every one of their youth's lives. And how we do that is towards educational, career, occupational, post-secondary, secondary support services. We are here simply to support and help these youths. When I met Crystal, she came to Chicanos por la Causa. She was very quiet, very shy, and afraid to ask for the things that she needed. And as she began to get to know me, she opened up more, and I was able to allow her to get to know me and open up and let us know what she needed to be successful in her high school education, her college career.
I'm gonna be honest, my adventure was very hard. I am a first-generation student. I grew up in a single household with my mom, and she could only do so much for me. My mentor, Miss Winnie, she was very helpful. She's like, we're gonna get you on this. I'm gonna make sure you have the best resources. But I went through it. I worked, I studied, and I did the best I could at that time. It was hard, but I still followed through.
One way Workforce Solution assisted Crystal with removing barriers was providing her with books. We paid $3,000 towards her college education. We provided her with giving her resources for Latino women who needed scholarships to continue with their education. And here we are, she's gotten her high school diploma. She's completed her work experience. She is at Embry-Riddle's working on her pilot license and credentials.
I tried my best to get scholarships. It's a lot for us, first-generation student that didn't have much and doesn't come from much. But then again, those were life lessons I had to learn, that nothing is easy. If it was easy, you're not doing something right. You have to have a hardship in order to know that you're going somewhere and you're gonna make it somewhere as well. What my future is going to be is I'm gonna be sitting in a Boeing, a captain on a commercial airline. That is my dream, to be, flying on a commercial airline, taking people from A to B, and giving the opportunity and experience for my family as well, to be able to experience that on the way as well with me.
Vanessa, after much consideration, I think I'm gonna leave artwork to the professionals moving forward, you know what I mean?
Dare, I think that's a great idea.
I wanna thank Chico for having us. Hey, during Hispanic Heritage Month, go out there and experience
the culture, the food, the music.
We'll see you on the next
Su Vida.